Hello, everyone out there in Rumble, X, and YouTube land. Welcome back to Diego Knows. I, of course, am Diego. Okay, we're going to talk some more about your favorite movie and mine. It ends with this. No, it ends with us. Okay, it's a drama, okay, about domestic violence, a chick flick drama about domestic violence, but I think Blake Lively was trying to make it into like a rom com type thing. I don't know how you get a rom com out of that, but apparently that's the way she was marketing it. That's the way she was treating it when she was doing interviews and promoting the movie. Okay. And Justin Baldoni, the writer, director, producer, and co star of this movie, he was trying to make a serious film about the issues that women face. You know, about how hard it is, to get $150,000 out of your husband in alimony a year, as opposed to $250,000 in alimony a year. It's a struggle. The struggle's real. Okay, these are the issues that women face in marriage. Okay, no, I'm kidding, but I'm not kidding that much. Okay, but anyway, he's trying to make a serious movie about the big epidemic of men beating the crap out of women, because we all know they get away with it. Okay, we all know that all men are okay with that. When we see it, whenever I see it, I'm just like, yeah, that's what she deserves. Like whenever I see a man cheating on a woman and I know that he's cheating on her, what do I say to all my guy friends? I say he's not doing anything that women have not been doing since the beginning of time, while I'm drinking my freaking Cosmos at the diner with my guy friends. That's exactly what we think. Okay, that is socially acceptable. Okay, to hit a woman. No. I'm being facetious here, obviously. Okay, I hope you realize that. Okay, no, it's not acceptable. Okay, it has not been acceptable in a very long time. There was an era when it was kind of allowed. I won't say it's allowed, because if a guy loves his wife, he's not going to beat her up. But you remember, like Sean Connery said in an interview, I mean, he got blacklisted for it for a couple of years, but he said in an interview that, sometimes when your wife is being too, overbearing, insufferable, that every once in a while it's okay to put the slap down on and get her back in line. Now, me personally, I do not agree with this. Okay, I'm quoting Sean Connery here. Okay, I'm paraphrasing Sean Connery. Sorry. Okay, and he got a lot of heat for that, because a lot of women found Sean Connery as attractive. They found, even as an old man, even like in his 50s and 60s, I remember when I was a kid, there was girls my age that were telling me how hot he was. Okay, and he was like in the Untouchables and stuff. He had bald hair and all. He's like, what the hell? This guy's an old man. But they were still talking about how hot he was and stuff. And I could never figure it out. Man, this guy's old enough to be your grandpa, much less your boyfriend. It's just ridiculous. But anyway, who knows why women like what they like? Okay, but I remember that he got a lot of heat for that. Okay, for the media, because he thought it was okay. In certain circumstances, it's okay to hit your wife. Okay, well, I don't agree with that at all. Okay, I have seen some domestic violence in my life. I've seen my dad hit my mom when I was a little kid. We're talking like the 80s. It's a long time ago. Okay, and recently my sister just got divorced. Okay, because she confessed to me last year that he'd been roughing her up a bit. He'd been shoving her and stuff, and choking her. And I'm not getting into it here. Okay, but she didn't tell me. She didn't tell me because she knew what I would do. And she was kind of ashamed of it, So, when she finally told me, she had already made her decision. She's going to divorce the guy. She needed my help, and we all stepped up, to help her, to get out of that situation. She divorced him. The divorce went through a few months ago, so she's good. She's free. She's on her own now. Luckily, there were no children involved, so it's a clean break. Okay. So that's good. That's good. Okay. She's one of the lucky ones. All right. But there's a lot of issues, okay, that they don't make movies about. Okay, that could fall into the chick flick genre, and I really wish it would. I really wish it would, because a lot of the things that are wrong in society as far as abuse goes, a lot of it is perpetrated by men, but it's also perpetrated by women. I mean, that's just the fact. Nobody makes movies about when the women do it. Okay, women hit men too. I've been attacked by women before, unprovoked. Okay, yes, some 5'2", 110-pound woman thought she could kick my ass for some dumb reason, and she attacked me. Okay, well, the reason they do that, guys, if you're watching, the reason they do that is because they want you to hit them back. They want you to hit them back. That way they can file charges. That way you can go to jail. Okay, they're trying to bait you. Okay, they want you to hit them back. That way they can say that that you were abusive, that you beat them up. Look, lad, he punched me. Okay, she's gonna leave out the part that she came at you with a baseball bat. She's gonna leave that part out. Okay, but she's got the marks where you hit her because she was about to hit you with a baseball bat, and then you're the one's gonna go to jail. You see what I mean? Because the cops are always going to take her side. Okay, it's just the way it is. Okay, so my recommendation, and I've been in this situation before, is just get the hell out of that room. Just leave. Get out of there. Okay, don't try to stand up. No. Okay, it's just words. At the end of the day, it's just words. Okay, unless she's like pointing a gun at you or something, or she's about to hit you or something like that. Best case scenario, don't hit her back. Okay, because that's what she really wants. And a lot of guys, man, I was in the Marines. Okay, and there's a lot of guys out there. They believe, okay, that if a woman wants to act like a man, okay, then they're going to treat her like a man. Okay, I don't agree with that, because it'd be like if a little kid were to punch you, in the stomach. What are you going to do? Are you going to hit him back to teach him a lesson because he wants to act like a grown-up? No, you're not. Okay, and that's the way I look at it. Okay, unless the woman is like 6'3", 200 pounds and jacked, but most women aren't like that. Okay, so yeah, I just leave. Just get the hell out of there. Okay, because that's a trap. Okay, they want you to do it. Okay, don't fall for that stuff. Get the hell away from that person. Okay, get as far as you can away from that person. Okay, I've been in this situation before. I had an ex-girlfriend who tried to kill me once. Came at me with a knife. I got the knife away from her, and then I threw her onto the couch, and I walked the fuck out of that house. And it was my house. She was just staying. It was my house, and I walked the hell out of that house, and I called the cops from outside. And I kept walking, and I called the cops. Okay, and the cops finally did show up. I found out that she'd taken a razor to my clothes. Okay, of course she acted all innocent when the cops were there. Okay, I had to give my side of the story. Luckily, there were no marks on her. Okay, she said I beat her up. Okay, there were no marks on her at all anywhere. Okay, but there's plenty of marks on me though. Where she came at me with her fingernails, and where my t-shirt was torn up. I had scratches all over me and stuff. Of course, she denied coming at me with a knife and all that kind of stuff. Okay, and then the cops actually were like, okay, we're gonna leave. Okay, but if we get one more phone call here tonight, both of you are going to jail. That's what the cop told me. All right, and so they were about to walk out the door. Okay, they turned the corner of my hallway, and they were about to walk out the door when my crazy ex-girlfriend, she threatened to kill me. Like right as soon as she thought the cops had left, she said, "I'm going to kill you tonight." Okay, she said that. Her nice, her innocent, save me. It was just evaporated. As soon as the cops turned the corner, she's like, "I'm going to kill you tonight. I'm going to kill you." Well, the problem was that only one of the cops had actually left my house. The other cop was still there. Okay, and he heard everything that she said. So as soon as he heard that, he immediately turned around, and then she's like, and she said, "Ma'am, come with us right now." Okay, and they took her out to the squad car, and they put her in the back seat, and they ran a background on her, and sure enough, there was a warrant on her. Okay, so they took her to jail. They took her to jail. Yes, they took her to jail. Okay, and she was like, okay, I'm like, okay, she was a stripper. Okay. And later on, she became a porn star, okay? And yeah, her videos are out there. They're on Pornhub, okay? Not because I watch Pornhub, but like, unfortunately, some guy said, "Hey, didn't you date that girl?" "Yeah, well, look at this." And they showed me her fucking pornos. I was like, oh, that was after we broke up. That was after this incident, okay? But still, I'm just like, God, it's embarrassing. That's why I don't want to give you her name, okay? But, and they took her away, and they took her to jail. Okay. Yes, that really happened to me. Okay. So I understand. Okay. It's not always a one-way street. Okay. Just because you're a man does not automatically mean that you're the one that started it. You're the one that instigated it. Okay. Okay. She easily could have killed me in my sleep. Okay. If she stayed in that house, she might have actually done it. And it might not have been, an idle threat. Okay. But the point is that I got away from that situation. I left. I called the cops. Okay. And I stayed away from her, despite the fact that she took a razor to a lot of my clothes in my closet. While I was outside waiting for the cops, she took a razor to my clothes. Okay, and I couldn't charge her for that because I had to prove that they were mine before. I had to produce receipts and stuff. And I was like, I can't do all that, that kind of thing. But yes, this really happened to me. It was a long time ago. I think it was like in 2007, 2008 or something like that. It happened. Okay, but yeah, okay, that really happened to me. So I understand. Okay, these things happen. All right. The point is, it's not accepted. Okay, society is not accepted. Okay, if I had hit her, I would have been in the wrong. Okay, because despite the fact that she scratched the hell out of my chest and my back, and she went for my face too. Okay, despite the fact that my t-shirt was shredded because of her fingernails. Okay, that doesn't really give me the right to hit her back. Okay, you got to get out of there. You got to leave. Okay, guys, don't even try it. Don't even try to put your hands on a woman. She's gonna win no matter what you do. Just get the hell out of there. If Jonathan Majors had listened to me, okay, he wouldn't be in the trouble he's in now. Okay, being blacklisted from Hollywood. I already talked about it in the last video. Okay, this guy had a promising career. Okay, promising career. Then what happened? He had to hit his girlfriend, and that went public. Okay. So that kind of ruined his career. Okay, so don't do that. Okay, you look at Johnny Depp. Even despite the fact that Johnny Depp won his court case against Amber Heard, okay, and that she is now a pariah. She's living on some island somewhere. Okay, like nobody talks to her. Nobody's giving her acting jobs. She's shunned from the media. She's hiding from the media and stuff. She's with her lesbian girlfriend, or whatever. I don't know what the hell she's doing. Okay, but the point is that she's gone from the public sphere because nobody is going to give her a job. Nobody's going to hire her because of this. Okay, but despite the fact that Johnny Depp won his court case, he's a pariah too. I mean, like he's not working right now. He doesn't need to work. He's got so much money. I think he did sue his accountant though for stealing his money, but he's got plenty of money. He's set for life. His kids are set for life. Do you really think his daughter Lily Rose Depp needs to work? No, she's acting because she wants to be like her dad. Okay, he opened the door for her in her career. Nepotism at its best. Okay, and she's not that great of an actress. I don't think she's all right. I saw Nosferatu. Okay, and Lily Rose Depp she's all right in that. I don't see what the appeal is for her, other than who her dad is. Okay, and her dad is a very talented actor. I remember him when he was on 21 Jump Street. I remember Johnny Depp when he was on in Nightmare on Elm Street, the first Nightmare on Elm Street movie. I remember that movie when it came out. I was a kid, but I remember watching it. Okay, on HBO. Okay, so so I understand these things. Okay, about how the blacklisting works in Hollywood. All right, and at any moment you do something in public that screws it up, your career's done. You got to remember that Hollywood, being a celebrity, it's a popularity contest. Okay, just like being a politician. Okay, it's about how many people like you. If the people like you, you can turn that into money, or you can turn that into votes. You can turn that into power. But if people don't like you, you've got no career. Okay, go do something else. And that's the truth. That's the truth. Okay, people can like you for a moment, and all of a sudden they stop liking you. Look at J-Lo. I remember when J-Lo was queen of the world. All the women were talking about J-Lo, how great she is, how she's a goddess. She's a role model for young women, Latinas. She started off as a fly girl on In Living Color, and then she became this, this feminist icon. Queen of the chick flicks, Latina, and a Latina no less. And now what? Now look, she had to cancel her tour because she couldn't sell enough tickets. Because people are tired of her shit. They're tired of her bitchiness. They're tired of her, always talking about how men are all fucked up, women are all strong and shit, and just being a fucking cunt to everybody. Okay, people don't like her. They're tired of her always blaming the men for her 5 marriages going up in flames. Okay, blaming the men for all the reasons why her and her boyfriends break up. Okay, she's had a lot of public relationships. Okay, everywhere from Diddy. She went to those parties. She went to those white parties with Diddy. Okay, Diddy was her man for a while. She slept with the creator of In Living Color. Okay, Keenen Ivory Wayans. That was her man for a while. How do you think she got the job as a fly girl? She don't talk about that, but that's the truth. Okay, or how about that she cheated on her first husband, who was a nobody. She had to pay him. She actually had to pay him to shut up about their marriage, never reveal their marriage again, a non-disclosure agreement, in order to get a settlement in the divorce. Okay, she had to pay what's his name, Chris something. Okay, she married a dancer or something, and she cheated on him with Ben Affleck. Okay, I mean, she's gone through a lot of guys, okay? But the image, because of the chick flicks that she does, she's always the victim. It's always the guy that fucked her over, and not the other way around. Okay, well, people are tired of listening to that crap because they know it's not true. You cannot fail this many times in relationships and it never be your fault. Eventually, you're going to have to accept responsibility. I think women are just tired of that. They're tired of following a false god. This woman's telling you how to be a woman. She's telling you how to do relationships the right way. She's telling you how to look, how to dress, how to act, how to sing, how to dance, how to eat, how to vacation, how to shop, okay? How to do your hair, how to do your makeup. She's telling you all these things, and yet she's a fuck up in real life. Oh no, she's got money, she's got fame, but fame is fleeting, and you can lose all your money overnight, okay? She's not selling tickets. People they're tired of her. They don't want to see her anymore. She's played out. And Hollywood is an industry that once you're used up, the industry spits you right out. They don't care. They don't care how much money you made for them. How much money are you making for them right now? If the answer is nothing, okay, get the fuck out. You are easily replaceable. There's another hot young Latina woman who's going to take your spot, who's actually a better singer and a better actress and better looking and better everything than you are. Okay? That's going to happen. Okay? Anybody can be replaced. You, me, anybody. But when you're so used to being fawned over, and pampered to for most of your career, it's hard for you to believe that you're just a normal freaking human being, full of flaws. You're not flawless, like the publicists write, like the press releases say, like the talk show hosts say, okay? Like those stupid idiots who do the entertainment shows and stuff. Oh my God, look at J-Lo rocking it and shit. Or the interviewers at the red carpet events tell you how gorgeous you are. It's all bullshit. It's all bullshit. Okay, you're just a normal human being. Maybe a little richer, maybe a little famous, okay, but all that can go away. What's left? You take everything, you take all that stuff away from you, what's left? I know you hear that all the time, but it's the truth. It's the truth. You take away your fame, take away your looks, okay, take away your possessions, and what's left? Because what's left is who you really are. And if who you really are is a lying, manipulative, piece of crap, okay, like J-Lo, like Blake Lively, okay, people are going to see that. Eventually it's going to come out. And when you need help, you're going to remember all the people that you spit on, that you shit on, that you stepped on, that you lied to, that you manipulated. You're going to remember all those people when you're asking them for help. And they're going to remember you. How do you think they're going to feel about you? There's always going to be an angel out there who's going to help out somebody, no matter what that person did. But those people are few and far between. And most of those people you pissed off. Okay? And that's the truth. And you don't want to live your life like that. You don't want to live your life like that. Okay? At some point, you got to start thinking about other people. It's not just about you. Okay? And unfortunately, in Hollywood, you're either a nothing or you're everything. Okay? Because everybody will tell you that you're everything. Okay? That what you think matters. Who you voted for matters. Who you voted for is going to determine who millions of people are going to vote for. It all depends on you. This is what they're told in Hollywood. When Lady Gaga's doing her stupid ass commercial telling you to go vote, she's telling you to vote for a certain candidate, okay? We know this. All right? So no, this is all crap, okay? It's all manipulation, okay? And the worst part about it is that the biggest people that are manipulated are the actual celebrities themselves, because they're held up. The Taylor Swifts of the world. You know why why Taylor Swift is so important to the media? Because Taylor Swift is the Geiger counter they use to measure what the teenage girls are doing right now, what they're into right now. If they want teenage girls to buy something, they do it through Taylor Swift. Hey, let's get Taylor Swift. She represents the demographic that we want. That's how it works. What happens when nobody likes Taylor Swift anymore? Guess what? Taylor Swift, get the fuck out. We're going to replace you with Sabrina Carpenter or whoever the hell is the flavor of the month this week. Okay, because there's always a girl out there. There's always a industry construct. Okay, that's out there, okay, to do that job, okay, to propagandize for the corporations, okay, it's always going to be there, all right? So anyway, now that I got that out of the way, let's talk about back to the movie, all right? Yes, it ends with us. What a piece of crap this is. Now, when we left off last time, Lily is working in her shop, okay? Now, the last scene that we had, okay, was, I actually made a mistake. I want to correct it real quick. In the last video, I said that when Lily went to the restaurant with her mom and her boyfriend Ryle, to the restaurant called Root, and she recognized the waiter as her ex-boyfriend Atlas from when she was a teenager, she got up and made an excuse. I said that she went to the bathroom, that Atlas actually went in the ladies' room with her and blocked the door. That did not happen in this scene. I was wrong. I was confusing that scene with another scene that happens later on in the movie. Okay, the scene where they actually talk to each other behind Raul's, the first time they talk to each other behind Raul's back, they're just talking out in the open in the restaurant. They're not inside the ladies' room. Okay, that was a mistake that I made. Like I said, I confused it with another scene. They were talking out in the open, but the dialogue that I mentioned that I criticized is the exact same. How you doing? Oh, so who are you with? Oh yeah. Oh, is that your guy there? Oh yeah, that's him. You'd like him a lot. Oh yeah. What about you? He's like, oh yeah, I'm Cassie. I'm with Cassie. Yeah, Cassie. That's her. Yeah, Cassie. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, Cassie. Cassie and I, we're happy. Oh no, we're so happy. Just like that. Okay, all that really did happen. Okay, in the movie. Okay, but they weren't in the bathroom, so that's a mistake I made. So I'm correcting it right now. All right. Anyway, so they're still in the restaurant. Okay, and she invites him to come visit her store. Her flower store called Lily Blooms, because her name is Lily Blossom Bloom. That's her real name. She owns a flower store. Yes, this was written by Colleen Hoover. All right, anyway. So the next scene that we have in the movie here is Lily is working in her shop, okay? And then all four of them, Marshall, Alyssa, and Ryle, they all show up, okay? And they're all wearing their onesies, okay? Now, apparently there's a bar down the street from them, okay, that hosts Bruins parties. Bruins is the hockey team in Boston. Okay, and if you walk in there wearing a onesie, an adult onesie with cartoon characters on it and pride flags on there, then you get free beer. I'm not making that up. That happens in this movie. Okay. And the reason the men are wearing the onesies is because, men were immature. We all need women to wipe our ass. We can't even do that. Like we can't even count to 21 unless we're naked. A woman needs to do everything for us. They need to brush our teeth. They need to cook our food. They need to drive us to work. They need to teach us how to work. They got to teach us how to read. All this shit, because we can't do a goddamn thing without a woman, right? Okay, and that's why it's the men that have to wear the onesies, because the women are the grown-ups here, all right? So that's going on, okay, and they're all going to the bar wearing onesies to get the free beer, okay, and Ryle has a pride flag onesie on, okay. His onesie is it's got pride flags all over because he's telling you something there, okay. Which I agree. I mean, I'm pretty sure that Justin Baldoni is a closeted homosexual. He did write a book on how masculinity is a terrible thing and how he got and his 10-step course on how to get rid of his. How he got rid of his. How to get rid of yours too. Your masculinity gone. Just read the book. He'll teach you how to do it. It worked for him. Okay. Anyway, I'm not making that up. He did write a book. It's called Man Enough. Okay. Look it up. He actually wrote that book. Justin Baldoni. He wrote a book on how to be a fucking pussy. Okay. That's how much of a man this Justin Baldoni is. All right. Anyways, that's going on here. Okay, he's got the pride flag onesie on at the bar, and Alyssa decides not. Alyssa's played by butt ugly Jenny Slate. Okay, and she's Rabbi's daughter. Okay, she's Jewish looking, just her big nose, and just like she kind of looks like Gilda Radner. She should play Gilda Radner in a movie about Gilda Radner's life. I think she'd be incredible in that. Okay, that's another Jewish girl. Okay, but she was very funny. Okay, now I know Jenny Slate is a stand-up comedian. Her claim to fame is that she used to date Chris Evans. Yes, Captain America dated her in real life. I know. I still can't wrap my mind. I'm still trying to reconcile that in my brain that actually happened, but it's true. And she talks about it a lot in her stand-up comedy. Okay, about how how the pretty woman would look at Chris Evans and look at her when they walk into a room, and it's just be like, what the fuck? I'm getting Hugh Jackman vibes here, okay? Like maybe Chris Evans already wrote his own book, if you know what I mean. Anyway, so that's going on here, okay? Alyssa announces that she's having a baby with her Indian husband named Marshall, who tries to act like an alpha male, but he's really a soy boy piece of shit, nerdy, emasculated, suck dick. Okay, who's in love, who loves Toyota Camrys more than he loves his wife. Okay, and of course he's like, oh my God, I'm gonna be a dad! Ah! He's all excited. He's gonna be a fucking father, right? Anyway, so that's going on here. And Ryle, okay, who is Alyssa's brother. Yes, I forgot to mention that. Okay, how do I know that? Why are they so close? It's not because they live in the same city. It's because they live next door to each other. I'm not making that up. Her and her husband have a penthouse right next door to her brother's penthouse in the same building. Okay, that means that Ryle can actually hear his sister get her back blown out, okay, by Gandhi, all right, in the next room. Okay, anyway, so that's going on here, okay. Ryle, of course, tells Alyssa, oh, you're going to be the best mom, and he makes a toast, which, of course, Alyssa can't drink because she's pregnant, and he says, to my sister, who's 11 months younger than me and still teaches me how to be a grown-up. All right? Of course, praise women, of course, don't praise men, that kind of thing. The usual shit. This whole movie is about pandering to women, eating out their pussy, simping for them, okay? There's none of that goes in the other direction, though. You can never compliment a man in this movie. You cannot fucking tell a man he's doing a good job. You cannot have a man saying like, hey, you know what? I appreciate you being in my life, and I'm happy that you're there, and I'm glad I don't have to do this shit alone, okay? And I'm glad that, sometimes when things get so fucking hard, and I just wish sometimes, not all the time, not even most of the time, but just sometimes when shit gets too fucking hard, I wish someone else would be in charge just for a fucking day for a change. Now, when I feel that way, I'm glad you're there. No, there's none of that shit in this movie. It's always the other way around. The women are the ones to be worshipped and praised, okay? Not the men, all right? The men are just, superfluous, okay? Anyway, so Alyssa reveals that there was a third member of the family. Apparently, Alyssa and Ryle were not the only children that their parents had. They actually had an older brother named Emerson, yes, who Raul has never mentioned this to Lily at all, that he had an older brother named Emerson, okay, who died when they were younger, okay. Emerson died when Raul was 6 years old, and that means that Alyssa would have been 5 years old. Okay, so something happened. We don't know yet, but it's already been foreshadowed. If you remember the beginning of the movie, the rooftop scene, there was a foreshadowing in there about what happened. Okay, but we'll get to that when it gets revealed in the movie. All right. Anyway, so Raul is clearly not comfortable with Alyssa talking about this. He's just, you can look the look on his face while he's drinking his beer, and his sister's mentioning their older brother. He just like walks away. Okay, so clearly, he's not happy with this, but luckily the subject gets changed when the Bruins scored. The Bruins scored. Actually scored a hit. Okay, and so like everybody starts focusing on that. Now the next scene, Raul surprises Lily. Okay, in his kitchen. Okay, yeah, by cooking for her in the morning. He cooks for her in the morning. See, the guy's perfect. Raul's a perfect guy on paper. Okay, this guy, he's rich, he's smart, he's successful, he's charming, he's tall. Okay, he's got a beautiful penthouse that he lives in with all the modern conveniences. Okay, he's completely in love and devoted to fucking average looking Blake Lively's character, Lily Blossom Bloom. He's, so in love with her, the thought that him even looking at another girl would never happen. Okay, he will eat her shit if she asks him to. Okay, that's the kind of man that Raul is. But yet he claims to be a player. In the beginning of the movie, he said that he was a player, that he just fucks a lot of women. He doesn't know how to do relationships. Well, apparently he doesn't know how to fucking be a man either. So I don't know how that works out. Okay. Oh yeah, I remember now. It's written by a horny, fucking overweight, thirsty woman who's never been with a high value man. I forgot. That's where he came from. Okay. Anyway, moving right along. Colleen Hoover, I'm looking at you. Okay. Okay. So that's going on. He surprised her by cooking for her in the morning. Of course he's cooking for her, okay? Because anything like that, anything that involves like cleaning the house or cleaning the toilet or cooking, or anything like that, he's going to do it. Why? Because he's the bitch in this relationship. Of course he is. And he likes being the bitch. He likes being the woman. And he should be wearing where's this fucking apron? Okay? Where's his monthly period? Okay? I mean, this is his role. Okay, all men play this role. Didn't you know that? All high-value men love doing that. They love cooking for their women all the time. Yet you'll never once see fucking Lily do anything in the fucking kitchen at all, ever. In fact, it's always the men that she dates that do all the cooking, not her. Message. Okay, why? Because she's a goddamn oak tree, that's why. Okay, so that's going on here, okay. Yeah, so of course he makes her mimosas too, yes. It's Sunday morning. They gotta get a little buzz going on, okay? And he asks her about her heart tattoo that she has. She has a heart tattoo right here on her clavicle, okay? Right there. Okay, her collar right there, okay? And he asks her what it is. And she's like, oh, well, like he never noticed it before. All the times that he was banging her, he never once noticed it and asked her about it, okay? But apparently now he's gonna ask her about it, all right? But the heart tattoo she has on her left collarbone, okay? And she doesn't want to talk about it. She doesn't want to talk about it, okay? But the food is burning in the oven. He's cooking her food. Okay, she can smell it burning. She warns him. She's like, hey, I think I smell it burning. He's like, oh, don't worry about that right now. Just tell me about this heart tattoo of yours. Like he's like such fucking oblivious. Okay, you fucking turn the fucking oven on, for Christ's sake. Okay, you're supposed to be a fucking neurosurgeon. You're supposed to pay attention to details. Okay, your patients' lives depend on you being that type of a person, and yet you can't fucking keep track of the goddamn breakfast souffle you have in the fucking oven. What the fuck are you trying to cook for anyway? Make her fucking cook it. She's staying in your fucking place, right? Anyway, that's going on here, okay? Or DoorDash it if she don't want to do it. I'm not gonna say I'm gonna force her to cook it. No, she probably can't cook a goddamn thing. She probably never cooked a fucking meal in her entire fucking life. She's always had men cooking for her. That's fine then. Get DoorDash. Do something. Okay? Anyway, so that's going on here, okay? But the food is burning, okay? And he just wants to cuddle with her right there on the kitchen counter instead of checking on the food, okay? So she grabs the kitchen mittens, okay? Because the alarm went off, the smoke coming out. So he runs towards the oven to open it, okay? And she runs towards the kitchen mitts, okay? Because she knows that he's going to burn his hand if he touches it, all right? And of course, what happens, okay? He touches it. He touches the souffle. It burns his fingers. He drops it. He's pissed off. Fuck! Okay, he drops it. It shatters on the floor. Okay? And when he burns his hand, like, fuck, he accidentally does that. Well, Lily's face was right there, so boom! Yeah, you ever see Loki season 1? In the first episode, there's a scene where Tom Hiddleston's character Loki gets batoned in the face by a police baton, and he's just like, and they slow mo the scene. They're like, boom. Okay, that's what happens here to Blake Lively. Okay, and it's just like, it looks like an accident. It looks like he burned his hand like that, and he just went like that without thinking about it, and boom, and hit her across the face. All right, so he hit her like right here on the eye. Okay, so she goes down. He breaks the dish. There's smoke everywhere. Okay, and she shoves him away when he's like realizes what happened. He's like, oh my God. He goes up to her. She's like, oh no, get away from me. And when she does that, when she pushes his hand away, his hand lands on the broken glass. Now he's got pieces of glass inside of his hand. Now he's supposed to do surgery tomorrow. Okay? He's supposed to do surgery tomorrow. And now he's got pieces of chunks of glass in his hand. Okay, so how's that going to work? Anyway, so that's going on here. Okay. Okay, he tries to console her, okay, gets glass in his hand, okay, and he apologizes to her, okay, but they both agree that it was an accident, okay, they both agree it was an accident, it wasn't on purpose, he didn't mean to hit her, he burned his hand, and his reflex was to move his hand away from it as fast as he could, and her head was in the way. Boom, okay, that's kind of how it looks, actually, it didn't look like it was malicious at all. Now, later on, we find out that was different, but it looks this way, okay, that's the way the movie presented it, okay, as a legitimate accident, he didn't mean to hit her. Okay, now I can't say I've never done that before. I've never accidentally hit a woman before. Okay, but the way it's portrayed in this movie, okay, is like it was an accident. He didn't mean to do it. Okay, so that's going on. Okay, in the car later, okay, they make some small talk. Okay, they're in the car later on, and he tells Lily that 4 of them are going to go to a restaurant. Okay, so they put the incident behind them. Okay, so later on, it's like a day or 2 later. He's already had his surgery. His hand is bandaged up. I think it's like a day and a half later. He's picking her up from some wedding reception where she had to make the flowers for the wedding reception. So he's picking her up there, and he tells her, hey, listen, we're going to go to this new restaurant tonight. Alyssa and Marshall are already there. They already ordered appetizers. It's called Root. Okay, you remember that place? Is the place where you took me to with your mom was there? Now, of course, she never told her boyfriend, Ryle, that her ex works at that restaurant. She never told him that, okay? Why didn't she tell him that? If she really loved him, if this really was a serious relationship, why wouldn't she tell him that? You see what I mean? So what I can't understand here, okay, and this is the part that if Ryle is a high value man, because that's what he's supposed to be, okay, she wouldn't date a stock boy at the grocery store, okay? She wouldn't date some guy that fucking cleans the bathrooms at a stadium, okay? No, she's gonna date a fucking neurosurgeon, a handsome, shredded, wealthy, successful, charming neurosurgeon, okay? Because all the chick flicks, the guy has to be high value, okay? Of course. She's not high value, but, they never are the chick flicks, okay? It's always the man that's above the woman, okay? Because that feeds into your stupid-ass fantasies, okay? But anyway, so, if he's supposed to be this high value man, okay, he's always love bombing. He's always like trying to pursue the relationship. He's always trying to be the aggressive one. He's the one trying to get her to commit. He's the one pressuring her to let's be in a relationship. He's the one pressuring her to have sex, pressuring her to do romantic things, pressuring her. He's doing everything, okay, for her, cooking her breakfast, all this kind of shit, okay, writing her love letters, visiting her at her store, okay. He's doing everything, okay. What is she doing for him? How is she reciprocating any of this? She's not. She's just being passive. And that's a fucking red flag. Okay? That's a red fucking flag. If you're dating a girl and every single time, okay, the only time you ever do anything with her is when you make the suggestion, hey, why don't we go here? Why don't I take you to Maui? Why don't I take you to that 5-star expensive steakhouse? Why don't I take you to the amusement park? Why don't I, okay? And she gives you nothing in return? She never offers to pay for anything. She never offers to come up with something that you don't have to pay for or that you don't have to invest your time, that she can just take care of everything for you. If she never does that, if it's always you doing that, get rid of this fucking bitch, okay? Because she doesn't give a shit about you. All she cares about is the fucking free dinners, okay? The free movies, okay? The free amusement park rides. That's all she cares about, okay? She's using you, okay? Lily is doing this to Ryle, but he's too fucking stupid. For a guy who's supposed to be a smart neurosurgeon, I mean, that's a lot of school you got to go through, right? To be able to do that, right? He's a fucking idiot. He doesn't realize this. That the level of affection that he's showing her, she is not matching him. She is not giving it back to him. And I picked up on that right away. Right. First of all, if this was me, it never even gotten to this point. As soon as I started flirting with her in the beginning and she started shooting me down, that would have been it. I would not have pursued her ever again. Okay? I'm not saying I'd be rude to her. If I ran into her again, I'd say hi or something, but I'm not going to fucking pursue her because she already let me know that she does not want anyone like me. And that's fine. I'm not everyone's cup of tea. That's fine. But guess what, bitch? There's a hell of a lot more women out there. Okay? And you're not all that. So get over yourself. Okay? You're not a fucking queen. You're not a fucking princess either. You're an ordinary fucking girl, okay, who owns a flower shop, and he's a fucking neurosurgeon, okay? You need to know where you are on the social hierarchy here, okay? Instead of fucking making him sweat you should be sweating him. Realistically, that's what happened, but you're not going to see it in a fucking movie. Why? Because it was written by a fucking fat, overweight, middle-aged woman who's never seen a fucking hard dick in her life. That's who wrote this. That's why you're not going to see it. But that would be more realistic, okay? But we got to keep going along with it. This movie keeps telling you, just go with it. Just go with it. Okay, she doesn't really like you. Okay, just go with it. Okay, she broke into your building. She likes to fuck homeless guys. And you find her attractive? Just go with it. Okay. He's a neurosurgeon. She owns a flower shop. Okay, but he's pursuing her and nobody else. Just go with it. Okay? He will not stop wanting to get a relationship out of her, like right away. Like he wants her so bad. He wants to kiss her so fucking bad. Like he can't get laid easily. No, he's got to keep harping on this girl, trying to wear down her defenses over and over again. Okay? Why? She dresses like a goddamn car mechanic, for Christ's sake. She wears no fucking makeup, frizzy hair, freckles all over her fucking face. Okay, she looks like a woman that just gave birth fucking 5 weeks ago. And because in real life she did when she filmed this movie. Okay? But yet I'm supposed to believe that he's so fucking in love with her. He's got so much tunnel vision that he can't even, the thought of even pursuing another woman would never even occur to him. Are you out of your fucking mind? This doesn't happen in real life. This is bullshit. And she still disrespects. She's like, no, get away. I don't want to get away. We're just friends. And then she finally does sleep with him and all that kind of stuff. And she still doesn't reciprocate. What did she ever do for him in this movie? Did she ever bake him a cake? Did she ever write him a card? Put a little note in his fucking fanny pack or something, so when he opens up his fanny pack, there's a little note from her telling her, I'm just thinking about you and I'm happy you're in my life. Is there anything like that going on? No, it's all one-sided. It's all Ryle doing this shit. She didn't even want him to meet her fucking mom. He was the one that insisted. I want to meet your mom. I want to meet the mother of the woman that I love. You see what I mean? What the fuck did she ever get? Oh, she gave him a book, but we don't even know what the fuck is in the book. He doesn't even open the fucking book. We don't even get to read the title of the book. And then he throws it on the ground and we never see the fucking book again. It's never mentioned again. What the fuck was in that book? Because that's the only thing she gave him. What else did she give? Nothing. Not a goddamn fucking thing. Why is he trying so fucking hard? This girl does nothing for him. Nothing. And no, opening her legs doesn't fucking count. What else? What else she bring to the table? Nothing. Not a guy. She's a fucking leech. She's leeching off of him. And he's too fucking stupid to realize it. And the fact that I guarantee if I'd read this fucking book, that's the first thing I would have picked up on. But no straight guy read any of fucking Colleen Hoover's books. That's why no guy, except for me, I'm the only one fucking talking about it. But what shit this is. Anyway, so later on the car, they have some small talk, whatever. He tells Lily that the four of them are going to go to Roots. Yes, that restaurant where her ex-boyfriend works that he does not know because she never told him. Okay, like I said, it's not the love, the affection is not the respect. The affection is not reciprocated on her end. Okay, and he says he cannot cancel it. She tries to say, oh, no, let's not go there because she's got to act kind of like the good guy, right? Oh, no, we can't go. Let's just go. And he's like, dude, they're already there. They already ordered appetizers. They're waiting for us. We got to go. You know, that kind of thing, okay? So she put some makeup on her eye in the car to cover up the black eye that she has because, he did swing at her, right? Anyway, at the restaurant at Root, Alyssa points out that her black eye, Alyssa points, Jenny Slate, oh my God, you should, and she's like, yeah, she's trying to cover it up with her hair and stuff, makeup on it, okay? And of course, they talk about the surgery. Apparently, Ryle had, with his bandaged up hand, because he got glass, he had glass in his hand. He had to perform a 27-hour surgery with a fucked up hand. Okay, apparently it went well. Okay, and Lily, of course, Lily there, she notices Atlas. He's working there, dressed like a waiter, apron, you know, whatever. Captain Savaho himself. Okay, she notices him there. Okay, and he approaches them. He approaches the table. Okay, and it turns out that he is not a waiter at this restaurant. It turns out that he's actually the owner of the restaurant, okay? Because Alyssa compliments the Brussels sprouts. Oh, well, that's my mom's recipe. You know, when my mom's boyfriend, when he was done beating the shit out of her, that she would tell me how to make the Brussels sprouts just the right way with the right seasoning. And I remembered that. So now when I think about my mom getting her ass kicked by her boyfriend, I remember the Brussels sprouts. And that's what you're eating right now, and I'm glad you enjoyed it. You know, that kind of a thing, right? So that's going on here, okay? And, you know, like I said, he's a chef. Okay, now why is Atlas a chef? Why is Atlas the owner of the restaurant? Because he cannot be low value, because it's a fucking chick flick. Like I said, he can't be a waiter. He can't be a bus driver, okay? He can't be a guy that works at the fucking mall, okay? He can't be like, you know, like a person with a regular job. He can't work at the fucking tanning salon, okay? He can't have those jobs. You know why? Because those are low value. And chick flicks always deal with the low value woman and the high value man. That's how these chicks always go. Okay? You know what? If this movie had some balls, he actually would have been the waiter. He would just be the waiter there. And that's it. Okay? And let's see what happens. What's more important to you, baby? Okay? The guy you love who has no fucking means, or the guy you don't love that has all the means, okay? Because let me tell you something, okay? If you're gonna be with a guy who's wealthy, he's not gonna have any time. And if you're gonna be with a guy who has a lot of time for you, he's not gonna have any money. Okay? That's just the way things go. All right? I'm sorry, but it's freaking true. Okay? So what do you want? What do you want? Okay, you can't have it. Okay, that would have worked a lot better. You want to talk about a difference? Okay, you can't have both of these guys be high value. You know why? Because Lily is not high value. She's not high value. Men don't give a shit about what your job is, ladies. They don't care. They don't care. 9 out of 10 times, if you're interested in him, he's got a job that pays a lot more than yours. Okay? So they don't give a shit. And that's the truth. Okay? If you make more money than the guy, that doesn't make you high value in his eyes. What does your ass look like? How do you treat him? How's your cooking? Do you ever cook? Are you feminine? Are you a boss bitch, ball-busting piece of shit? Are you a single mom? You know, these are the things, okay, that determine value for men, okay, not your job, okay? Now, for men, it's different, obviously. You know, your ability to accumulate resources puts you higher up on the level, okay, on the scale there, okay? The sexual market value. You're higher up, the more you have the ability you have to attract means, okay? But for men, it's not that important what the woman does. You see what I mean? That's the difference. And these chick flicks always get it wrong. They always get it wrong. Okay, they think that like what a woman's job is, okay, her boss bitchiness makes her more attractive to men. No, it does not. Okay, how men are attracted to you has nothing to do with how much money you make. It's the other way around. You see what I mean? But you're not gonna get this from the show. You need a channel like mine to point that out to you. Okay? I wish Colleen Hoover had talked to me before she wrote this piece of crap book. All right, anyway, I'm gonna stop my review right here, but I'll be back shortly to continue my review of this crappy movie. I thank you very much for watching this long, and I'll see you soon on the next one. Bye.